Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Parkside Cabin Rentals. Looking for a do-it-yourself vacation? Check out the dozens of cabin options available through ParksideCabinRentals.com. Hot tubs, fireplaces, mountain views, and it's all within a short drive from Gatlinburg, where you'll get free parking downtown. Parkside Cabin Rentals. Quick segment, guys. Tennessee was picked 6th in the nation, and they were picked to finish 2nd in the SEC. They finished 6th in the nation and 2nd in the SEC. And the team they lost to is probably going to wind up having to forfeit the championship at the end of the thing. A lot of people, though, are saying you don't have a manner. You didn't get one in the regular season. You didn't get one in the tournament. If you don't get to the Final Four for the first time ever, this season is a disappointment. What's it take in your mind to make it a successful season?
Gosh, I think it's already been successful, but it will also be disappointing. I think it can be both of those things if you don't get to the Final Four or at least the
disappointing end to a successful season.
Disappointing end to a successful season, but it has already been a successful season. And if you don't think it's already been successful, then I don't know what you've spent your winter and early spring watching.
Yeah, I think players would say if they lose today that the season was not a success. And I guess it depends on what you want to use with that word, because it's been a very good season. 4 straight weeks being number one, big-time moments as well. But the players want to accomplish something. Their biggest goal is still out there.
It's over a 2-year span, they've now won 56 games, best 2-year span ever. It's only the second time Tennessee's ever hit 30 wins in a season, and they could equal their 31 wins from 2007, 2008 today. So it's been a successful season, but what's it take to really put the capper on it? What's it take to avoid the disappointing term?
I think if you get to the Elite Eight, and I know a lot of people are focused on the Final Four, and yes, this team could get there, but if you're good enough to get to the Elite Eight, Tennessee's been to the Elite Eight very seldom in history. So I think if you get there, I don't think you'd have that many people disappointed. If you lose today, you will.
Yeah.
So.
I have said on the show and written that the regular season matters, so I think it's already been a very successful season. But then you have March is almost a second season, and in that regard, I would say Elite Eight or else.
I remember, bear with me, you'll like this, the Patriots losing. Patriots go 18-1, lose the championship in the last 2 minutes. Bob came over to the house to make sure I hadn't hanged myself. And I told him there in the moment, as brutal as that was, how can you complain? They played 19 games. You were happy on 18 of the days. Disappointing ending, but that was a successful season. And that's a zero-sum sport, too. So I think this is not going to be disappointing end. You could still have that, but I don't think it's a disappointing season. But let's take a look. That's something that Rick Barnes is going to be hearing all offseason if they don't win today. Last 9 NCAA trips for Barnes, including this year. The last 8 have been, or the last 7, not counting today. First round, second round. He hadn't made it to the Sweet 16 since 2007, 2008. It's been a while. We'll go to break with that graphic up, Chris. We will come on back on the other side of this. Will Tennessee make it to the Elite Eight? Plus any late news on Holly Warlick. Come on back on the Sports Source.